Fashion legend Brunello Cucinelli is taking center stage in a stunning new way as the iconic director Giuseppe Tornator brings his life story to the big screen. We are pulling back the curtain on the star-studded premiere, where A-list celebrities and media titans gathered to celebrate the man who turned his humble rural roots into a global luxury empire. Get ready for an inside look at how this billionaire mogul is blending art, philosophy, and cinema to create a masterpiece that explores the very essence of his journey.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The wait is officially over for fans of a legendary Hollywood star, because Rick Moranis is stepping back into the spotlight after 30 years away from the camera. The beloved actor is set to reprise his role as the iconic Dark Helmet in the highly anticipated sequel Spaceballs. The new one. We have the full story on why this comedy legend decided to return to acting now, and how he finally felt the time was right to jump back into a project that truly piqued his interest. The box office is roaring back to life, and movie theaters are feeling the magic once again, thanks to two massive spring blockbusters. Domestic revenue has officially shattered records with a massive 23% surge, driven by the incredible success of the Super Mario Galaxy movie and the pulse-bounding space epic project Hail Mary. We are breaking down the numbers behind this cinematic renaissance that has audiences ditching their couches to pack into theaters across the country. Things took an unexpected turn at the Pentagon when Secretary of War Pete Hegseth delivered a prayer service that left everyone talking by accidentally citing a famous line from Quentin Tarantino's classic Pulp Fiction. The secretary mistakenly treated the fictional monologue from the character Jules as a genuine religious text while honoring a daring air rescue mission. It is a moment you have to hear to believe, so stay tuned as we cover all the details and keep you updated on the biggest stories of the day. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you never miss an update. Ever wondered what it would feel like to literally step back into your childhood? Not just in your memories, but in a cinematic recreation of the house where you grew up. Most of us just have dusty photo albums, but for fashion mogul Brunello Cucinelli, the dream became reality through the lens of none other than Oscar-winning director Giuseppe Tornator. This week, the duo took over New York's Lincoln Center for the premiere of their new hybrid documentary, A Gracious Visionary. Imagine a room packed with the likes of Oscar Isaac, Martha Stewart, and Shonda Rhimes, all there to witness a film that feels less like a corporate biography and more like a love letter to the past. Cucinelli is a fascinating character. At 72, he's built a multi-billion-dollar empire, yet he's the last person you'll hear talking about fashion. Instead, he'd rather wax poetic about Socrates, the architecture of his beloved village of Solomeo, or the delicate balance between AI and human folly. It's that exact philosophy, that a sweater isn't just fabric, but a piece of humanistic art, that defines his brand. The film, which hits theaters this summer, captures a surreal moment where Cucinelli literally walked into his own childhood home, fully restored, with actors playing his parents and his younger self waiting at the table. What's truly striking is his stance on the modern world. While he counts Silicon Valley heavyweights like Reid Hoffman and Mark Benioff among his friends, he's constantly challenging them to find the human touch in their technology. He isn't anti-progress, he's just obsessed with soul. As he told his director after watching the final cut, he wanted to leave a monument for his grandchildren, a poetic legacy that outlasts any season of clothing. It's a rare reminder that in a world obsessed with being fast, the most successful people are often those who choose to be patient. After hearing his story, I have to ask, in an era of rapid AI and remote work, are we losing the very shared creativity that Cucinelli says defines our humanity? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're looking for a dose of pure inspiration, keep an eye out for this film's release. Thanks for watching, and stay curious. What if the biggest star in the world just walked away at the peak of their career? For most actors, the spotlight is an addiction, but for comedy icon Rick Moranis, it was a choice he made for the only people who mattered, his family. Now, after 3 decades in the shadows, the man who defined our childhoods is finally stepping back into the light. That's right, the legend is returning. It was officially confirmed at CinemaCon that Rick Moranis is reprising his iconic role as Dark Helmet in the upcoming sequel, officially titled Spaceballs, the new one. Seeing that name back on the marquee feels like a glitch in the Matrix in the best way possible, doesn't it? But to understand why this matters, we have to look back at why he left. Back in 1991, tragedy struck when his wife, Anne, passed away from cancer. Suddenly, the star of Ghostbusters, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Little Shop of Horrors was a single father to two young children. In a world where fame usually comes first, Moranis made the ultimate move. He chose parenting over the red carpet. He famously told the press that the little break he took from Hollywood just never ended, and truthfully, he never missed it. He wasn't chasing a paycheck, he was chasing a life. He even turned down the 2016 Ghostbusters reboot, noting that a one-day cameo didn't make sense to him. That's the thing about Moranis, he's incredibly picky, and honestly, that's exactly why we love him. He's not looking for a comeback, he's looking for a project that actually matters. He's hinted in the past that people miss a certain era of cinema, a time when comedy didn't rely on shock value or crude humor. It seems Spaceballs, the new one, is exactly the kind of project that finally piqued his interest. His kids are grown, his legacy is set in stone, and now, he's ready to make us laugh one more time on April 23, 2027. If you're as hyped as I am to see Dark Helmet return, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss any updates on the sequel. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes, the most successful thing you can do is walk away when you know what truly matters. What classic Moranis role do you hope we see him revisit next? Let me know in the comments below. Is the era of the streaming-only sofa slump finally behind us? It certainly looks that way. Hollywood is officially roaring back to life, and the numbers are nothing short of a cinematic renaissance. We have officially blasted past the $2 billion mark at the domestic box office for 2026, marking a staggering 23% jump compared to last year. People aren't just going to the movies again, they are craving the communal experience of the big screen. Leading this charge, we have two titans of the box office, the Super Mario Galaxy movie and Ryan Gosling's Project Hail Mary. Mario is proving that animation is an absolute juggernaut, having officially become the first film of 2026 to smash through $300 million domestically and over $600 million globally. Meanwhile, Ryan Gosling is reminding us all why we love a high-stakes sci-fi epic, pushing Project Hail Mary past the $500 million worldwide milestone. This surge is more than just a lucky weekend. It is a clear sign that when the content is top tier, the audience will show up. With a jam-packed summer slate looming, the momentum is undeniably in the theater's favor. So, do yourself a favor. Ditch the remote, grab that bucket of buttery popcorn, and get back to the magic of the big screen. After all, the best stories are meant to be shared in the dark. Which blockbuster are you heading to the theater to see next? Let us know in the comments below, and remember, the movies are back, and they are here to stay. Ever heard of a prayer that sounds more like a Hollywood hitman than actual scripture? That is exactly what happened at the Pentagon this week, when Secretary of War Pete Hegseth decided to get a little bit cinematic during a prayer service. Hegseth stood before his audience to honor a daring rescue mission in Iran, specifically the U.S. Air Force Combat Search and Rescue Team known as Sandy 1. But instead of reaching for a traditional psalm, he pivoted to something a lot more intense. He introduced a verse he called CSAR 25:17, claiming it was a reflection of Ezekiel 25:17. He then proceeded to deliver a stirring, rhythmic monologue about vengeance, furious anger, and shepherds in the valley of darkness. It sounded incredibly powerful, right? There is just one tiny, glaring problem. That is not the Bible. That is Samuel L. Jackson in Quentin Tarantino's classic, Pulp Fiction. If you have seen the movie, you know the monologue. It is the legendary speech delivered by Jules Winfield right before he decides someone's fate. Hegseth took those iconic lines, swapped out the Hollywood flair for a bit of military jargon like downed aviator and Sandy 1, and essentially turned a pop culture classic into an impromptu prayer. Now, it is clear he knew he was playing with the text. After all, you don't accidentally insert your own call sign into a verse unless you know you're improvising. He clearly wanted that cold-blooded vibe that Tarantino mastered, but it is pretty wild to hear it echoing through the halls of the Pentagon. It makes you wonder, At what point does our modern storytelling start to overwrite our actual history and tradition? I suppose it is a good thing the mission was a success, because I can only imagine what the next prayer might have sounded like if things had gone south. Maybe a dramatic reading of the Gold Watch speech? Who knows? What do you think? Is it a cool tribute to military grit, or is quoting a fictional assassin a step too far for a formal service? Drop a comment below and let me know your take. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more bizarre moments where life ends up imitating art in the strangest ways.